Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle, and here we go. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be. He's in plenty of space here. He is through here. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, he wasn't going to let him pass. No outsmarting him this time. Lovely pass, but can he... Shoots! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So, a breakthrough already. Mateus. Koller.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, sweet feet. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's gone loose. Ødegaard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Just eases him off the ball. Ødegaard. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. Scholes. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Puskas. Busquets.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's a really well-measured ball. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's played it in low. Schneider has created one goal already. Mateus. And this is Puskas. Showing good feet.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Makalele. Oh, good ball! Scholes. Threads one in. Now it's Sané. Pass somewhat off target. Ødegaard. Now it's Van Basten. And now the breakaway. That's a good ball out wide. That is lovely. Makalele. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Koller looking understandably energised after his goal. And here's Van Basten. Maldini. Koller. Sané tries to pass it through.
That was lovely, that.
Sané. Oh, that's fabulous. Quick look, then plays it in. Cannavaro gets rid without sophistication. Puskas running with the ball. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's a sharp little ball here. Great chance! Now, that's another chance! No mistake! Atalanta are level. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Atalanta grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Van Basten, and he's worked it through. Oh, that's a fine interception. Schneider. And this is Van Basten.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he is going into that little black book.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Engages and forces him off the ball. Puskás was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is ended up in no man's land. Mateus, nicely spread. Figo, and the shot! Goal! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Kola really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And yes, it's him again. Milan go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Ødegaard. Now it's Van Basten. Ødegaard. He's found a way through. Oh, super ball. That's Busquets. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Atalanta can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Puskás. João Cancelo. Now it's Puskás. Makaleli, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And this is Van Basten. Kola. Cannavaro robs him of possession. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 10, lascia il campo per il numero 15, Eto'o.
And here's Sané. Now it's Scholes. Aims beyond the defence, delivers with whip. Rudiger is there and he can get that clear. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Mateus. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Rudiger calmly anticipates. Now it's Figo. And the shot's on here. And the shot! He has done it! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Played in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Stood up well to him there. Now it's Puskás. Puskás. Schneider. Probing pass. Dink through. Great ball, and he's in here. Eto'o unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Spread out to the left. Sané. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Can he latch on to this? Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that! Puskás! Into the last quarter of an hour. Tries to thread one through. Sané in acres of space out wide.
Well played and well cleared.
That'll be a throw-in. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Now it's Eto'o. Out to the left it goes. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Now it's Puskás. Now, can they get him away? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice looking ball. And he cuts out the supply. Great vision. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Sané. Nicely weighted ball. The ball swung in. And that's been well dealt with. Schneider! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Now it's Ødegaard. And this is Puskás. Puskás. And Puskás! It's in! And what a climax we have here! And that really is so impressive.
Gol per l'Atalanta. Ha segnato all'88esimo minuto, numero 8.
Atalanta give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Schneider, and it's Scholes.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation
Il
mode.
quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Ball is over the line. Out towards the flank. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Schneider. He shifted it to the flank. And that will be the final act. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. Kimmich does really well to win the ball there. And he's had a shot! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.